Morning, grade 8, and welcome to the Mr. Hagen Show. Here we are. It's our last week. Kind of feels weird to say that, but it is. Well, in today's episode, we're going to have our morning meeting. We're going to discuss what our week is going to look like, and we're going to go over the work that you will be doing for me today. First, our theme: look to the Lord and his strength, seek his face always. Over the weekend, we read 2 chapters. We read Proverbs 25 and 26. Now, both of these chapters are really full of strong, vivid imagery. They use a whole lot of metaphors. They have many verses that just begin with the word like, using it as a comparison. There's some pretty weird ones, too. But I picked verse 11 from chapter 25 because I just thought it sounded super cool. And it also continues to focus on the theme of how we use our words. So verse 11 says, "A word aptly spoken is like apples of gold in settings of silver." Sounds pretty nice. It just means that, well, our words are valuable, and we need to make sure that we use them wisely. In chapter 26, there are four verses in a row that use the word sluggard. 3 of those you should recognize because they're almost word for word other verses that have already been used in Proverbs. So they come from verse 13 to 16, but I'm just going to read 16 because the other ones are old and 16 is new. So verse 16. "The sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7 men who answer discreetly." I just like that idea of sluggard being wiser in their own eyes. I think that's also been used before, but the ending was different. So I love those sluggard verses. I also picked verses 18 and 19 from chapter 26. It says, "Like a madman shooting firebrands or deadly arrows is a man who deceives his neighbor and says, 'I was only joking.'" As a teacher, I cannot count how many times a student has done, well, something foolish and explained it to me by saying, "I was only joking." This verse really reminded me of that, and maybe I should write that down somewhere so the next time a student says that to me, I'm going to read them this passage. But I want to end with a verse that I really liked from verse 20. It says, "Without wood, a fire goes out. Without gossip, a quarrel dies down." Now, there's a couple of reasons why I like this verse. First, I like fire. I like setting things on fire. No, I like having fires. Okay, that sounds wrong. I have a fire pit in my backyard, and I just like to sit by a fire, like a campfire. So this analogy is so perfect because if you don't put wood on the fire, it's going to die down. This year, we in class talked quite a bit about gossip and the pain that gossip can cause. So when gossip stops, so does the quarreling, so does the fighting, so do the disagreements. Don't forget the power of our words. Man, I love Proverbs. Good stuff. Today we're reading from Proverbs 27. Keep the prayer requests coming, and don't forget to spend time with God today. And don't forget to thank him for the year that he gave us. And maybe it wasn't the year that we planned for, anticipated, or even hoped for, but it's still the year that he gave us, and a year that you and I will never forget. As Betsy has taught us, we need to give thanks in all circumstances. Alrighty then, here we go. Our last week. We still have our Zoom on Wednesday at 3. On Friday, I might be able to see some of you guys as we have a drop-off and pickup day at school. Don't forget to bring all your bronze bows and whatever other school belongings that you have that need to come back to us. We'll swap because I've got some stuff that belongs to you. All right. Today and tomorrow are going to be kind of normal days where we will wrap up our units. Wednesday, I will be posting all the year-end assignments. You have 4 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday to complete them. I will not accept any assignments after Saturday. I will start your reports. So Get it done. Don't be sluggards. All right. So what are we doing today? So today, like I said in our Zoom meeting, we are going to have another Gauss test and then another one on Wednesday and then no math exam. In literature, we're completing part 2 of Proverbs, Can I Take It or Leave It? So you did part 1. So it's very basic and it's not very long. In history, we are finally wrapping up our monumentally long unit, The Story Expands. So I've created a review slideshow and a video, a really good video for you. So there's no assignment for you today other than to watch that video and to begin studying. Graduation texts. Now, going over your responses to the grade 8 questionnaire, it seems that most of you have a grad text, but not all of you, actually, very few of you, have put that grad text where I've asked you to. So some of you, and I'm going to name you, still need to take your grad text, put it into the Google Classroom. If you just go to Classroom and then go to Assignments or whatever it's called, it will be on the left where there's a topic heading of graduation. Click there. There's an assignment there. Put your verse there. Lily, Dirk, Corinna, Kaya, Allison, Jeremy, Isaac, Carter, and Weston. This needs to be done today. I asked for it to be done last week. Don't be sluggards. Do them first thing this morning. Get it done. Thank you. That's it for me. Question of the day is, if our grade 8 year had a catchphrase, a slogan of some sort, what would it be? I'm Mr. Hagen, and I like cookies.